Hey guys, welcome to the studio, welcome to the harbor. It's an extremely beautiful Saturday. The sun is shining, temperature is perfect. But I honestly couldn't care less. Yes, it's nice, but I'm here right next to my studio and I can spend the entire day just working on making music and also dealing with a little bit of business stuff.
Away from me. Now it's all just a memory.
So, welcome to the studio, welcome to the B studio. Today we'll just spend in here all of my time and try to finish another album track. As you know, I'm working right now on my album. I can't share at the moment any of the working process, it's still top secret, and I can't share anything anymore about the business kind of deals that I now got with like huge labels that are interested in some of the songs. So let's address one of my biggest problems at the moment. I mentioned it already yesterday. Things are getting so serious that I actually need some advice, someone to help me, someone to guide me. For a musician, a DJ producer, this would be definitely a manager. Trust me, it's so extremely hard to actually find someone you can trust, someone that doesn't just see you as a dollar sign, that believes in your talent, believes in your music, in your project, in you as a person, and actually helps you instead of just doing 100% what just feels right to them and helps them the most. Because I had one bad experience with the management, a really bad one. Basically fucked my life for 2 years. Like, just was horrible. I don't really want to tell the entire story again, but in a nutshell, they signed me, they promised me stuff, they told me they will do stuff, and then when I ever asked them to actually do it, they just said later, it's not the time, let's wait. And then like 1.5 years later, I was still at the exactly same spot, which just feels horrible. I've never had that in my life before because I'm hustling. I just try to be as active as possible. I need to see something moving every single day that keeps me going in a world that is full of shit, like this music business world. And they just stopped everything for me, plus a ton of other stuff, not responding to emails, trying to cut money more than actually needed, doing shady things and things I found out later that were even worse that other people told me. And I got then my email account, like access to it back, and could check what emails they wrote on my behalf. Trust me, this was like dark. I didn't even know people are capable of doing shit like that. But let's just put this aside, because I'm at a point right now where I definitely could use someone that will actually help me. So I will try to find a new management. This could take a month, this could take a year or two to actually find someone. I'm not doing the mistake again, signing with someone pretty fast. I think you should first work a little together before actually confirming it in a contract. So the big question is actually how to find a management, how to find the right management. And I think there are two approaches. The first one is you try proactively to approach a management early on at a stage where you didn't even achieve anything, but you're talented. You have finished songs, finished demos, something extremely good that will convince other people that you're capable of going through and like being among the top of the singers, songwriters, DJs. I don't know, whatever kind of talent you have. If you need a talent manager, show them that you're talented. You could proactively write an email to a management agency, maybe check what other artists they have in their roster and make sure that it's a similar style. Be honest, send them all of your material, tell them what is lacking, where you can't kind of push through, if they could help you in these kind of cases. You could also proactively cold email people and just write them an email with like a page about you, what you do, demos, of course, again, and hope for the best. I think if you write to 20, maybe one of them will respond. If no one responds, then it's a sign that your stuff is actually just too bad. Because you have to think about this. These managers, they want someone. They are searching for talent. That's their biggest problem, like trying to find good, reliable people that are talented. And if you can make sure to convince them that you got those two things, talent and being reliable, they will be interested. The second big approach would be actually to not contact anyone and just do your career. Manage yourself. Just try the best to build up a fan base, do your social media, make your music, release your music on your own label, maybe send it out to labels, And once you reach a certain point where you're so big that people will know who you are and you get the attention needed, a manager will start and contact you. That's by far the best that can actually happen to you, because this way you're in a way better position to negotiate the management contract. And speaking of the contract, be extremely careful, because you're signing away all of the income to a certain percentage, usually around 20%, to another person. And they can also decide for you. So make sure you trust them, meet them in person 100%. Don't sign it without meeting them at least 3-4 times in person. Get all of your information about them, ask other people that have worked with them, ask the other artists that are part of that management if they're happy with them. That's one big mistake I didn't do. I didn't contact any of the other artists back then when I signed with them. If I had just asked one of them, they would have told me they're shit and I could just run away. Because funny, like a month before I left, another artist left, and now I know about like 3 other artists that also want to leave. It's shit. They just ruin people. It's also really good to know what a manager is actually doing, because a lot of people have like a weird understanding of it, but basically they're just consulting you. They tell you what they think is the best for you. It's then up to you to decide. The last call is always yours. So if you want to collaborate with another artist, your manager says, no, he doesn't really have an image and like he's not big enough, don't work with him. You can still do it. And a good manager will, although you're not doing what they want you to do, still help you. If they then, when you do something they don't want you to do, don't do anything for you, you already know it's the wrong person. A manager should have contacts into the business, should be older than you, more experienced than you, and actually already have done it with another artist or 2 or 3 other artists. If you just ask your best friend to be your manager, I know, yes, this can actually work sometimes, but you actually want someone that has already those contacts established. And a big part is also, especially at the beginning, managing yourself. You have to understand a manager gets 20%. A single person can maybe handle 4 or 5 artists. So you need to make sure that those 20% are big enough so that it makes up 20% of their income. If it doesn't, just doesn't make any sense to manage you. Very, very few managers actually help an artist from the very, very start and build them up and invest their own money. That's almost not happening anymore at the moment. So get big, get to a point where you can't handle things yourself. That's definitely the case with me. And especially now with the bigger labels being interested, there's a great opportunity ahead. And I just don't feel like deciding this myself. There are too many variables. So for now, I will put all of them on hold. Just spend the entire day here in the studio, make music, and also write a couple of emails to some managers that I know, to some other artists that already have a management, ask them if they could get me connected, and just see what happens. I hope I will find someone. Maybe within this year, maybe next year, you never know. I just really need to be sure that it's the right person or the right company, because I'm not doing this again. Like getting out of a contract, like that's shit. Like it's almost impossible. You usually sign for 3 years plus 2 or 3 years sunset. Like this means even once the contract is done, is finished, they still get 2 or 3 years after that, still a percentage, because they help to build you up. I don't know. Well, maybe one more thing, because a lot of people ask me how to actually find a management. Again, you build up yourself, they come, you proactively contact them. Proactively contacting them, you have to be active, go out, ask other artists, hang out with them, go to parties, go to after work parties, go to Ibiza, go to Vegas, go to the big clubs, try to get backstage, go to the ADE, go to the dance fair, do all of these kind of things. That's where you will meet them. And it will be easier for you to talk to them. And even if your demo isn't good enough, they might still see potential, and a year later you could contact them again. And if they see a development, they exactly know what you've put into your last year, and they know what they can expect from you and might be even more interested. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I will now just work. This album needs to be finished, a management needs to be found, and tomorrow, probably again here in the studio.